What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today when I talk to you about Palantir, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's been coming out associated to the company, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, it is up 4.37%, high so far of 27.33, low basically when the market did open of 25.98. 35.3 million shares being traded, 37.2 is the average. So a lot of big money is paying attention to Palantir, and that's been the case for the last little bit. So these are some of the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So similar to the last several trading days, you've seen at least some institutional presence. A lot of it as well is just algorithmic trading, a lot of FOMO when it comes to Palantir. And today there's been no official news, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines, rather right here. So Tech Bull shares top stock picks for second half of 2024 after AI fueled rally. Do you own these stocks? So it goes over many others, but Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, Palantir. So Palantir over this last or in the first half of 2024 up 47.5% based on analysts. It kind of does project a more of a downside of 12.8%, but in reality this is why it is going up. And just popping over to IBKR for a moment, so this is all the latest analyst ratings for Palantir, and yours truly right here, Daniel Ives, who does have 54% success rating, is the author of that list right there, and he conveniently has the highest rating on Palantir, so $35 buy rating. So all in all, that is why Palantir is going up. As I've said over the last several videos, the data points, there's actually numerous data points all signaling that higher highs are coming for Palantir. I think right now it just needed something to push it forward, and that article, in my opinion, coming from the most bullish analyst, is what caused it. So I think, again, that could be a good thing, bad thing. I'll leave it up to you guys to make that determination. But nonetheless, I think based on at least the Elliott Wave technicals, it is projecting for it to get to kind of the $29.50 to $30 range. So this was updated as of today. So it does have a new pivot point of $24.30. For as long as it is above that, then it is anticipated to get to kind of this range. So it'd be nice to see Palantir in the 30 plus range in the foreseeable future. So given the status quo and assuming nothing really dramatically changes in the broader market, you could see this coming sooner rather than later. Aside from that, going over some additional data, starting off with shorts. Shorts are very doubtful about today's green day, so increasing 300,000 shares, 3.65% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 70.39 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average is fairly low at 0.58%, but a little bit higher than the previous trading day, so on Wednesday. As I've mentioned in the past, me bringing this up, it does not mean that Palantir is a squeeze play. I just like to analyze this information. So by shorts increasing today, they feel like it's not justified. Again, that's kind of why I like to bring this up. But utilization 3.06%. Moving on, looking at options, 46 million in calls, 8.19 million in puts. So a enormous amount of money is getting into Palantir, both through common stock as well through options. And based on the sentiment right now, 50% of all the options being done are optimistic and bullish, more so anticipating for it to be between that 27 to almost now 28.50. So the optimism has gone up since my last video, I think 2-3 days ago, something like that. And then looking at puts, you do see a consensus for it to be sub 26.50 by the end of, looks like around next week, even 27. So risk versus reward is very much in favor of the upside, and even bears don't really kind of anticipate any pullback. So who knows what could happen in the foreseeable future, but if institutions keep buying at the same level that they have been and the market is still very, very optimistic, then yes, you could probably see that $30 range sooner rather than later. On the actual chart right now, with it at $26.99, it is trading between this R1 and this R2. So in the short term, just watch for some of these strong support and resistance points. So 26.43 is going to be the next strong support. On the flip side, 27.74 is going to be that next strong resistance / target. Didn't have enough for it to kind of test that today, nor over this last little bit. And actually, in fact, that would be a all-time high or 52-week high for Palantir. So yeah, I think bigger and better things are coming for Palantir. A lot of the data points I did mention are still very, very bullish. On the actual chart itself though, as I brought up previously, it is somewhat overbought. So the first sign of weakness associated to Palantir, which nothing's really come out, at least over this last little bit, you will see a pullback. Nothing wrong with that. It does happen time to time, as I even mentioned right here and right here, but it kind of resets a lot of the technicals, and as long as it doesn't create new lows, then the overall trend is still moving up. So I think that's definitely fairly good. On the actual chart itself, still higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, and momentum shows number of retail investors are getting into Palantir. So you have institutions and retail once again buying Palantir. So give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, if you've been selling. Based on the dollar value getting into Palantir through options, are you doing options? And if so, what strike price and expiry date? So with that, I appreciate all of you guys watching. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.